Right, first and foremost, 2:14, no 2:15 a.m. in the morning. It took me a while to get around and make this video, but we're here now, so let's not talk about that and why I'm doing it so late. It's because I'll spend all day setting up the new stuff, you know. You can probably hear it. It's much clearer. The quality is fucking mint. And we're not using this. This is my old one. It is now a backup. We're using the new Fifine or whatever. I don't know the fucking name. I can't say the word. But the arm is the same. But the mic, the fucking pop filter, the connector for the pop filter, all that sort of stuff are different. Even the connection from the actual mic holder base thing to the actual arm is different, and it's much higher quality, and I fucking love that because that's what I needed. Because the arm itself didn't particularly break. It's the I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. But it's a little twisting that broke, so that shouldn't be happening anytime soon. But the other one is now backup, or even if I want to do some Xbox content, it actually came with a nice little nifty tripod thing. So if you didn't want it on an arm, you could have it on your desk just in front of you, like so. You can't see that, but that's fine. It's in front of me. That's all you need to know. Alright, so we have the new mic. We actually got this doohickey in. Capture card, USB. It was cheap, but it works. Not that I know that. It's not fucking being used as of right now because I don't know if it works or not, let alone I don't know how to use it. So I'm going to look into that. I've got a little user manual here, so should be good. Very nice. Don't need that. That's out of the way. That's what I've been doing, and I just wanted to make this video, especially at 2:16, because updates, I tend to do that a lot. I added it to a playlist called The Good Old Yarns, where I just chat shit, you know, let you know what's going on, and all this and that, which actually I want to touch on real quick is, if you haven't seen my videos before and you're coming on for the first time, go back and go through the playlist of Good Old Yarns and just go through that, because that will give you a better understanding of not who I am, but who I want to be to the YouTube community and the YouTube platform, and what I aspire to do and all that sort of stuff, and me, my personality alone. Go look through all them, because I think that will teach you a lot, and if you don't like that, you can click off the video and leave and never come back to this channel. If you do, have a sus and then go through my videos. Content is only going to get better. It's going to go up. Especially with this as well, because I can do Xbox content as well. So that's a plus. Very big plus. I'm still trying to figure out the sounds and all that sort of stuff with the mic, because it is very sensitive, and it is a good mic. I love it. But on top of all that, I just want to talk about a series that I want to be doing, and it's on Mudrunner. It's a map-to-map-to-map series. So what you do is you have a specific map, and you trail that map. You trail from every single little trail that you can find, every fucking rock step, every piece of mud. Not every piece of mud, but like every main trail. And if you want to go off to some side roads or side trails, or some alternate routes, do so. That's what I intend to do, and that would be, you know, a specific map, a specific truck. And in that map, you only have one day to get as far as you can. If you can't stop and pull off into what you would consider a possible campsite, you continue until you can find one. So it will be a full day of off-roading, and then you stop, you park up, you're done for that day. So that's episode 1 finished, and then, you know, etc. Next episode, it's the next day. As I said, if you can't stop and it goes on during tonight, that's fine. You can go through until you find a suitable location to throw out a swag. I'm treating it a little bit more realistic. I avoid damage on my truck. I don't bloody ramp it off fucking cliffs and shit. I actually want to complete the map as realistically as possible. Now, Mudrunner isn't the most realistic four-wheel driving game out there, but it's one of the best, in my opinion. And quite frankly, I think it's better than SnowRunner. But in saying that, any suggestions? So I've got a lot of maps actually lined up that I want to tackle, especially with a lot of certain trucks as well. So it's I wouldn't say trial and error. I actually have a few stockpiled already. I think I'm up to the 4th episode because I just test some waters. I've said that in the previous good old yarn videos. I just want to test things and see how I like it. But this is something that I thought of and thought, hey, this might be fun. You lot might enjoy it. Speaking of which, I remember the first face reveal I've done. 3 subscribers, or 4, I believe. Now up to 17. Now that might not seem much to, say, Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or the Adam Middle Show or Mr. Beast. By all means, I don't really care about that. It's the fact that I went from 4 to 17. In a quick time for me as well. I'm getting a few more views as the days go by, and people actually watching my recent videos instead of going through and having a suss at me old ones, which I completely offer you to do. So I would love you to do that, because that would just prove my growth from where I started to uploading bloody Warface clips from my Xbox to actually getting down and sitting and doing my first PC clip, which I believe was Insurgency, which I had major issues. One being actually the microphone sound, or the volume of the microphone, I should say. It was very down, and everything else was all up here, so you couldn't really hear me at certain times. But hey, I'm working on it, and that's, I feel like, the issue that I've been having recently. Not recently per se, but with the new mic, I'm just trying to figure out where that sweet spot is for the not too loud, not too quiet, but for the game to be at a realistic level. You know, you can turn it up and it'd be too loud, you know what I mean? I just want to find that sweet spot in the middle between obviously too loud and too soft. So that's out of the way. So that's a series that, as I said, I've already started, and so the first 3, it's just there's no volume for mic, there's no audio for the microphone, but it was testing. But now I'm starting to get my microphone all set up and stuff. I've already done one video with the mic, and it's my voice is a little too low. Well, the sound level of the game is a little too high, maybe, I'm not too sure. But I played around with a few settings in the microphone, or properties and that sort of stuff, and I think I've got it down pat. So tomorrow's going to be a new start. I'm going to tackle it and see how I go. But I'm still thinking of a setup tour. I'm not too sure yet, because I have a big issue with my soundproofing that needs to come off, which half of it already did, because I was sick of it, and I was sick of the fucking 2mm gaps in between each, pad. So that's something I definitely need to sort out. Any recommendations, please let me know. I don't really know how to put soundproofing up. I've only just fucking sprayed the wall with adhesive spray. Sprayed the back of the foam pad, all the soundproof padding, and the wall, and just held it there for about 3 minutes, and then fucking on to the next one. No measuring, no nothing. But it's been a bit of punish. Been a bit of a punish. So I'm fucking rambling on now. It's 2:22. I'm tired. I'm fucking want to yawn. My head hurts. But on top of all that, things are getting into motion. It's just consistency now. I've always said it. But it's also finding the time as well. But I think we got to end this as well. I need to figure out how to use this, because I think this would be a massive game changer, because then I believe, add face cam to my videos, which I would love, because that's what I am looking to do. It's just taking time, trial and error, that's all it is. But I'm cracking on. We're getting it. I mean, we're here. I remember the first PC I ever had, it was a Optiplex 990, and that was not I used it, I've already stated this, but I used it as a big USB bank just to store everything that I'd done. The games wouldn't run. It wasn't a gaming computer, but now I have a rig, so that's a plus for me, and it uplifts my energy. I feel good about what I've got right now, and I'm gonna see if I can make it better with content. With that being said, I think I've covered everything, I believe. I'm not too sure. But if I hadn't, or if you have any questions, let me know. Comment and all that down below. I hate it. It sounds, I wouldn't say cringy, because every cunt does it, but that's the thing. Everyone does it. It's like such a generic thing. I'm just fucking being me. As I said, feel free to go look at the Good Old Yarns playlist and just see my personality, and it'll stick like glue. Like, you'll know me straight away. I don't care. That's just pretty much a short end of the stick at this point. I don't care. I'm doing this for my entertainment, and if other people enjoy it, I'll continue to do so. It is what it is. That's pretty much what I can say. This is me doing what I enjoy. Not to... I'm not saying I'd make profit off of YouTube, but if I were, it's not to that. And any profit that I would make would either be going to my family or back into YouTube. So setups, all that, etc., etc. But I think I've covered everything for the most part now. So with that, I hope you learn a little bit about me during this little video, this little yarn. And again, go back, watch my other videos. You'll understand where I'm coming from with the quality and the sound and all that sort of stuff. But this was cheap, and I think it's a perfect starting piece of equipment if you want to get a microphone. Like, it came with that. This is different here. It's bigger. This is a completely different microphone, but it's pretty much the same concept. But from here, I actually didn't even think that I was able to do this, but this little device that we have here, you can actually unscrew it and stuff. I screwed it on after many attempts of different ways to try and do it, because I don't know this shit. It works, so that can actually be a backup, if not a alternate mic if I want to do, Xbox content, which might come. I don't know. I might do a full Modern Warfare campaign playthrough. I love Modern Warfare. You see a few of my video I've done from Recruit to Realism on Clean House. That's my favourite mission in any sort of game I've ever played, Clean House. It's just, the more and more I play it, the more and more I see its flaws. But in saying that, from where video games came from, say, the first fucking Call of Duty, it's tremendous, and it's one of the finest when it comes to, realism, to an extent. Another thing, realism, Arma 3, I'm going to get into the swing of things with that. I did do the boot camp a while ago, but I want to actually jump into it, and because I got all the DLCs and stuff like that. Not a flex, but I'm just saying I have that opportunity to do all the story. Well, not story, but what is story, I guess. But I want to jump into that as well. So that's a thing. I believe, as I've stated this earlier, I've covered everything. If I haven't, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any certain maps or trucks that you'd like me to have a crack at on Mud Runner or any sort of that stuff, or anything you want to try and get me to do in Zeus or Eden Editor in Arma 3 or Insurgency Sandstorm, Insurgency Spin Tires. Now, I'm having issues with Spin Tires downloading maps and certain trucks and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's off Spin Tires NL. I just don't know what it is. You can hear my dog snoring. She's having a bad dream. Hey. Yeah, she's anything. She's bad like that. I thought she was dead before. I started touching her and she didn't move. I started shaking her and she didn't care. So I patted the bed next to her. She was laying over there. And she fucking woke straight up. So yeah, she's a bit of a weird dog. But so I do this in every single yarn. I chat shit. I just end up rambling on for no reason. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it's informative. And I hope you like me. But if you don't, that's fine. I probably don't like you. Simple. Yeah, that's about it, eh? I don't think of anything more that I need to cover. Oh, just quickly. Different games and all that are going to come, but it's time. I fucking had to restart and reset my whole computer and all that sort of shit. So I had to re-download every fucking Steam game I have. And I do not have the patience to fucking... But I don't want to sit there and run my fucking... I gave my PC a clean today. But it sucks up a lot of dust. And I can't have that. So I just fucking run it for fucking 5 hours max. 6 hours maybe. And then I'll fucking shut it off. Give it a few hours rest and all that. Yeah. I'm just trying to take care of my equipment. I don't want to fuck it. That's pretty much being smart about it in my opinion. But either way, Catch you in the next one. Laters. Oh, that's yeah, we'll do that one.